You're tuned into the first newscast devoted to the Highland Lakes area. Local team coverage on Tribune Headline News. Bringing you the stories you care about now. Hi everyone, you've tuned into the Picayune TV. I'm Connie Swinney with your headlines. Here's what's coming up. Authorities recover the body of a man in his 20s who apparently drowned near Cottonwood Shores. Also, new faces on the Economic Development Corporation in Marble Falls. And the community bids farewell in Burnett to a fallen soldier who lost his life in combat.
Looks like our above average temperatures are going to continue for us over the next few days. Details later in our forecast.
We'll be right back with the news and the latest in sports, including a camp for kids in Burnett. This is Tribune Headline News. Stay with us.
Because experience matters. For home, auto, business, health, and life, we are here for you. When Galloway experts make top providers compete for your business, you win. The Galloway Insurance Team since 1935. Burnett, Horseshoe Bay, and Marble Falls.
Welcome back. Searchers recover the body of a man who slipped under the water of Lake Marble Falls on June 7th. A woman said she tried to rescue the struggling swimmer before the current ripped him from her grip just off the shoreline of Cottonwood Shores. The man's identity has not been released pending notification of relatives. Here's what we know. Around 2:15 p.m., law enforcement and emergency services on that day responded to an undeveloped park and boat ramp off Lakeview Drive after a 911 caller reported a man went under the water and didn't resurface while swimming with two of his friends. His body was found 4 hours later after divers, boats, and helicopters were called in. In our next headline, the Marble Falls City Council appoints new members to the board of the Economic Development Corporation. Over the years, projects like welcoming an alternative car maker to the city has been one of the achievements of the Marble Falls EDC. That along with renovations of an old candle factory off Colt Circle. But the board has also seen an economic project go bust lately, like the Business and Technology Park in the northern end of the city just off Highway 281. Only a handful of businesses remain, and there's been no word of any new businesses laying down roots in this location anytime soon. Now for appointments. Two of them could change the complexion of the 7-member board.
I'm a little bit shocked. I mean, there were some great applicants, so I'm a little bit surprised, but I'm excited about it and anxious to help the city move forward.
Maybe working hand in hand with the council is probably my #1 goal, and it's to make sure everybody understands the direction we're going to go, and then work towards that.
The other appointees are Jane Marie Hurst, who was just elected to the City Council, and George Butch Kemper, who will serve a second term. Officers from the Burnett County Sheriff's Special Operations Unit and Canine Patrol arrest 3 people on drug charges. The arrest happened in Marble Falls. 30-year-old Jeremiah Allen James of Granite Shoals, 41-year-old James Michael Alston of Tau, and 55-year-old O.B. Berry, also of Tau, face charges ranging from possession to delivery of a controlled substance. According to investigators, the arrests followed a tip that a white Dodge Durango was in a parking lot at a local business selling narcotics. Officers eventually found and followed the suspected vehicle to the west of Marble Falls. After a traffic stop, investigators reportedly found scales, packing material, and a quantity of methamphetamine. Your weather forecast is coming up next. Plus, we have images of a community paying their respects to a Burnett High School graduate who died after an attack in Afghanistan. We'll be right back.
We are established. We are qualified. We are certified. We are knowledgeable. We are dependable. We are Ken's Heating and Air. Our people make the difference.
Thanks for staying with us. Here's Deanna Nail with your forecast.
Hey everyone, I'm Deanna Nail, back with your PicayuneTV.com weather forecast here on Northland Cable Channel 15. Well, it looks like no relief in sight over the next few days from this heat. Let's take a look. Looks like we'll start our Thursday off with mostly cloudy skies, but then gradually becoming sunny. And guess what? Hot, hot, hot with highs reaching over 97 degrees. South winds between 5 and 15 miles an hour, but those wind gusts could get as high as 20 miles an hour. Into our Thursday evening, we'll have increasing clouds with lows around 71. And to start our weekend off, it looks like for Friday, we'll have, guess what? Mostly sunny and hot again with highs reaching near 98 degrees. Into our Friday evening, you can expect partly cloudy skies with lows around 72. That's your PicayuneTV.com weather forecast, everyone. Check back in tomorrow. We'll give you more of the weekend ahead. Just a little glimpse. It's going to be highs reaching near 98 to 100 degrees for our entire weekend. Looks like no relief in sight. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Connie, back to you.
Deanna, thanks. Jennifer Fierro is on deck with sports.
Now, we did get a chance to attend one of the football camps, and this one was orchestrated by Burnett Athletic Director and head football coach Doyle Walker. We checked in on what the little kids were doing this morning and also found one of the middle school athletes who had been working with the younger kids as well as attending the camp. And here's what he had to say.
Really excited.
Because?
I'm ready to tackle somebody.
That's it for sports. I'm Jennifer Fierro. Connie, back to you.
Jennifer, thanks. Hundreds remember Army Private First Class Anthony M. Nunn as a hero. We captured images of this heartfelt tribute of the fallen soldier at Hill Country Fellowship Church on Wednesday. The 19-year-old Army infantryman was killed in action Memorial Day in Afghanistan. Hundreds gathered to remember Nunn and celebrate his life during a stirring memorial service June 8th in Burnett at the Fellowship Sanctuary.
Anthony, he was just a Jesus guy, full of compassion, loved people, wanted people to have the joy he had, and all that joy came from the Lord. One of the biggest huggers you could know. When you met him, you wanted to be his friend, and you wanted to be a close friend to him, and he was a good friend to have. And so I'm excited about where he's at. We're going to miss him, but we get to see him again, and that's what he wants.
To honor the soldier, the Burnett City Council declared June 8th as Honor Private Anthony M. Nunn Day. The council, as well as family, educators, and fellow classmates, attended the services. Burnett Police, the Highland Lakes Honor Guard, and the Patriot Guard Riders were part of the procession. Nunn received several decorations and awards, including the Bronze Star Medal, Purple Heart, and Army Good Conduct Medal. Those were your headlines. Thanks so much for watching. For the Picayune TV, I'm Connie Swinney.
Hey everybody, Daniel Clifton here with your Picayune Roundup, and this week's episode we're checking in about an upcoming weekend event, the biggest one being in Burnett, and offering kudos to some of the givers in the community. First, the Burnett County Fair and Rodeo kicks off in a couple of days. Coordinators of the event promise a bigger than ever fair on June 10th and 11th. Hundreds of participants have already signed on from Burnett County and surrounding communities. There are no entry fees, admission, or parking charges for the fair, located at the Burnett County Fairgrounds on Houston Clinton Drive off Highway 281 in southern Burnett. The event coincides with the Burnett County Rodeo as well. It's always the second weekend in June. This year, the rodeo is produced by the Cadillac Rodeo Company. The Burnett County Arena will host bronc busting, roping, steer wrestling, and for the kiddos, some mutton busting. You may be noticing a lot of the pink at the event and around town. That's because some of the proceeds of the rodeo will benefit breast cancer research and awareness. The event is scheduled to kick off from 7:30 to 10 p.m. on June 10th, and there's lots of vendors and live music planned along with the rodeo and fair. We want to take some time out to recognize a few community volunteers who personify the giving spirit. Because of the generosity of the Highland Lakes Retired Teachers Association, more than 100 books will be lining the shelves of Shady Grove Elementary. The group collected about $400 to buy the books for the second and third graders. Each year, the Retired Teachers Association rotates their donations to include other Burnett schools as well as Llano and Marble Falls. In our next feature, we'd like to offer a toast to the Double Horn Brewing Company. The new business just off Highway 281 in Marble Falls announced it will offer 10% of food and drink sales on June 27th to the Camp Phoenix Center. The center in Marble Falls assists at-risk or latchkey kids with after-school programs including yoga, art, and music therapy. The center collaborates with CASA, Hill Country Children's Advocacy Center, the Family Crisis Center, and the Boys and Girls Club of the Highland Lakes. You can check out their website to find out more about the services and opportunities to volunteer. And that was your roundup. Before I go, I want to remind you to pick up this week's copy of the Picayune for more images and information about the annual Marble Falls Soapbox Derby coming June 17th through the 19th. Thanks for watching. For the Picayune TV, I'm Daniel Clifton.